What's up, everybody? Let me see if I can get this to work the way I want it to work. I hope you all can see my screen at the moment. Okay. Let's see here. Some music going. Do you guys hear me? Do you hear the music? All right, give me a second. I'm working on some stuff here, guys. Trying to get where the chat will show up on the screen. Music was really loud. All right, you guys can hear me. That's awesome. Man, I figured this crap out earlier. You could see the chat on the screen and everything. Okay, you go to here. I think maybe it will work. No, right here. All right. Yeah, that camera's not looking much better either, is it? Damn it. What is going on? All right, how do I share the chat on the screen? What's up, Mike? What's up, David? What's up, Tay? What's up, Bang Bang? Mike, I already said Mike. David, Adventure Man. Professor Critters, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. You've been missed. Okay, that's showing Bang Bang's comment. We'll just keep showing them. I'm going to show them all. Yeah, it is blurred, isn't it? I'm going to be sharing my screen a lot tonight anyway. So it's not going to be a big deal. I may not have the settings set up right. I'm clueless. Totally clueless. And I was in this on StreamYard before the stream started. And I could make the chat show up where everyone's chat would show up on the screen and just roll from one to another. I'm trying to figure out how to do that now that I'm actually live, because it's not doing it now. Bear with me. By the way, we're having thunderstorms right now, so you may hear thunder periodically, and if I go offline completely, don't leave because my internet seems to suck here lately, but if I'm not back within a minute, power may have gone out, so... What's up, Beefer Baron? What's up, Robert? How do I make the chat show up? Yeah, we're trying, Mike. We're trying here. I have very limited time to do it, so... so strange that I can do this before I go live. But now I can't do it. These brand banners, private chat, brand, got on bubbles. Show display names, yes. All right, I'm gonna try something else real quick. You guys tell me if this works, okay? Tell me if you hear music now. The song would have changed. Is that coming through for you guys? Let's let this song get going. This is actually music from StreamYards, through StreamYards. So... okay, I figured that out. Is it really low? How is it really low? Yeah, that techno stuff was getting to me too, Brian. Brian, you only have so much to choose from when you look for non-copyright music. If you use copyright music, they'll end your stream and give you a strike, and you get 3 strikes, you're out, literally out. So you have to choose the non-copyright music. Man, I've looked for jazz, I've looked for funk, I've looked for metal, of course. There is none. There is none. It's like this techno house trap stuff is all there is out there. So how is the music to my voice audio good? All right. Now I'm gonna drop it down a little bit. How's that? Is that better, Professor Critters? How's that? Okay, now I should have done it there. How's that? '90s porn? Be a lot of Bush in that. Actually, I think the Bush was gone by the '90s. I think Bush goes back to the '80s and the '70s. Of course, I was too young to watch it back then, but I've occasionally seen an old school porn. Yeah, Brian, I'm not a big fan of that kind of electronic music either, personally, but I don't know. It's either the slow techno or like crazy fast techno, and the crazy fast techno I have to pass. Good ratio now? Good. Thank you, Tay. Thank you. I still got to figure out how to make this chat scroll through and just go from chat to chat. Have a good night, Aaron. Because I'm having to click each one of these to make them show on the screen. There's a way to make it just scroll through the chat and do it automatically. You're looking at my desktop at the moment. And, you want to see the knives? These are knives that I've got to make videos for this week. Man, it's so blurry. This is the CMB made knives Predator V2, the Vosteed Grind, the Giant Mouse Ace Clyde, the Oaksworks Osprey EDX, the F22 Kickstop. I can't remember the guy's name. The Real Steel Sakura, the Quiet Carry 9, the what's this one called? I love this little knife, and I can't remember the name of it at the moment. What's it called? Can't remember. And the Sharp by Design Mini Evo. Best detent I've ever felt on any knife, ever. I just hate flipper only, but man, is the detent perfect. Good. Thanks for stopping in, Brandon. Have a good night, Brian. Yeah, I'm going to be going through some websites in a minute. I got some new affiliates. I'm now an affiliate with Blade Ops and an affiliate with GP Knives. I'm working with Blade HQ right now to try to become that is the Wingman EDC, bang bang. Thank you, the Mach 1, Wingman EDC Mach 1. That's this one. Best little top flipper ever. Such a good knife. What's up, Bob? So let's go ahead and open up some websites here. I had some open. There we go. So now I have an affiliate with Blade Ops and GP Knives. I hope by then, actually I've also Traditional Pocket Knives that's just not completed yet. I did get an affiliate with them, but we haven't finished everything up yet. And I'm waiting on Blade HQ to respond. Well, they've responded. I did what they asked, and I'm waiting for them to respond again. Oh, you got that that red Frag Micarta drop bear, Adventure Man? That looks so sweet, man. I love the drop bear. One of the best access lock knives ever. It really is. It is so damn good. And I've tried all 5 positions for the springs, and I went back to the way it came out of the box, right in the middle. Just so you know, you can order these thumb studs from Kaiser. You get 2 sets of them, and you can pick the color for like $10. So, and they're easy to swap out. So they're titanium. You can change the color if you want, but I got 2 greens. They'll also work on like a bug out or a lot of other knives. So actually a really good deal. So if you want to change out the thumb studs, because actually let's go look at that drop bear real quick. Let's go look at that drop bear. Let me share this. I saw that drop bear and I was like, man, I really like that a lot. Let's just go to new. I'm an affiliate with White Mountain Knives also. I have been for a while now. Ooh, some new Ganzos. 43 for Ganzo. What kind of blade steel are they using? Still D2? Is D2 really better than 440C? I don't know, but that one looks really nice. I like the look of that knife a whole lot. I like my Ganzos. That's a whole different look from Ganzo. That's giving me F5.5 vibes, right? Just me, or is that giving you guys... Oh, where's my cursor at? Man, I'm so bad at this. All right, go over there. There you go. Is that giving you F5.5 vibes? Kind of. It is me. So let's find that that exclusive drop bear real quick. I may buy one of those tonight. I love the look of that Ganzo. And every Ganzo I've got, it's just been like, how can this cost so little? Ooh, that looks so clean, but I'd be scared to carry it. Man, white with that, like, that's like circuitry, like a circuit board on the swedge of the blade. 400 though. Jeez, we won't be ordering that tonight. It's a couple of these, like that one, that orange one, so ugly. This one's not very good looking either, in my opinion. This one looks pretty good, the black with the red thumb stud. All right, maybe I just have to search it. Yeah, let's just search it. There it is. Yeah, such a good knife. S35 too. I didn't realize they changed the blade still. When I got 20 CV, but I think the other ones that are 110, they're at 154 CM, right? The regular aluminum scaled ones. Yeah, I didn't realize it was S35 on top of the micarta. And that's going to be the good micarta also, right? That's going to be this kind of I can tell by looking at it. It's going to be this kind of micarta, like you get on, like Raylight had on their exclusive mini sheepdog and sheepdog, good micarta. Not like this stuff they claim is micarta. That's actually G10. Gotta have a little chit chat with Vosteed about this one. They say this is micarta. This is not micarta. This is G10, 100%. I've taken the scale off and looked on the inside. It's not micarta, but they say that it's micarta. Just FYI. You should be aware. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Adventure Man. I've never seen one with S35 either. They've all been 154 CM, or the more premium ones like this one, or the Arctic Storm one were 20 CV. Actually, the new titanium one was LC 200N. Yeah, the drop bear is going to be so good for them. If they can do more knives with different shapes, that's one thing about this one that I will say about the drop bear. Although the action is freaking amazing. I love this knife. It's definitely not my favorite shape of a knife, you know what I mean? If they can come out with something with a sheep's foot blade, a little different handle shape, and keep this kind of action, man, they're going to sell so many of these knives because it is so good, just so good. This is left-handed, and I am retarded with my left hand, just so you know. Literally retarded. I'd be lucky if I could reach down and touch a thumb stud and not miss it. That's how bad I am left-handed, but it's so easy with that knife. All right, what else did they have? Let's go. I'm going to go back to that Ganzo real quick. It's G10. Looks like pretty good G10, though. What's the blade length? Ooh, that's tiny. 2.5 inches. Ugh. Never mind. That's a little too small, even for me. Can you guys hear that thunder in the background? Adventure Man LC200N is going to have excellent edge retention. It will never rust. It will never rust. I've heard that it can chip, like if you're cutting through staples and stuff like that, it can be chippy. I've never experienced that, but I've heard it, you know, can happen. But it will never rust. I mean, Spyderco uses it on some of their Salt Series knives, so. I'll never buy any more of his knives. Ever, 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 ever. He's another one of those people out there that's just conning people and trying to take as much of your money as he can, pretending his knives are made in the USA when they're actually being made in China. Oh, you guys are going to see a video. I think it comes out Saturday. I'll go ahead and tell you guys, show you something and tell you something real quick. The Terrain 365 knives. God, the video looks so bad on my end. I hope it looks better for you than it does for me. But this knife here was actually sent to me to check out, right? The P38 by Terrain 365. They sent it to me. I sent it back to them, and I was working with their representative named Patrick there. Well, the designer of this knife contacted me and was like, hey, man, I can't really do anything with that knife now that you've used it. Do you want it? And I was like, sure. So he sent it back to me. But I actually talked to him on the phone, and I was like, man, I've looked everywhere to try to figure out where your knives are being OEM'd. Who is the OEM? Because the action and the fit and finish on these knives, it's RIAT level. It's RIAT quality, right? It's fantastic. Some of the best action and fit and finish you're going to feel on a knife that I've ever felt on a knife. And he still wouldn't tell me who the OEM is, but he confirmed it is not RIAT. But he did say, just so you know, Terravantium, which is what these blades are made of. The blades are made in the USA. All the screws and hardware are made in Japan. And then all that is sent to China to be assembled, where China's doing the titanium and the carbon fiber. I don't know who the OEM is. I still have no idea. But what I can tell you is it's as good or better than any RIAT I've ever felt. And I can't believe he gave me this knife. This is a $375 knife. Of course, I did pretty much destroy this blade. They told me to do edge retention testing, so I did it. And I have sharpened it since I got it back too, by the way. And it 600 grit. You know, you sharpen it up. You don't sharpen it till you get a burr. You don't want to go that far. Yeah, but yeah, this stuff's impressive. This Terravantium, where it's actually dendritic cobalt, stuff's pretty impressive. All right, let's head over to Blade Ops and see what they got that's new. Yeah, exactly. Great edge, absolutely stainless. Chippy maybe once in a blue moon. Yeah, it's not terribly chippy from my experience, but I've heard others say it can chip, and that may have a lot to do with who is doing the heat treat, who the company is, right? Hey, Sean, Alaska, huh? How's the weather up there? How's the weather in Alaska this time of year? Fanex Drift. Ooh, you got one of these? Bam. Drift, one of the best knives ever. Really is. Really is one of the best knives ever. And it's Van X. You know, that's the only disappointment. Brian Needham, Lord Needham, sent me a 9 to check out. The only thing that I'm disappointed about with the 9 is that it's not Van X. They use 20 CV. Everything else about this knife is spectacular. Absolutely amazing. But man, I really wish they would have used Van X. Van X is truly special. I mean, this stuff's amazing. It's another one that will never rust, but I mean, it's a super steel that will never rust. I'm not sure what the negative is yet. I'm yet to find it. So, yeah, me too, Sensor. I was shocked when I saw 20 CV on the blade. I had no idea. Crazy thing is I had that knife in my cart probably 3 different times, but it was like almost $400, and I was like, oh, especially when they had the one that was like this, but it had the Nebula fat carbon inlay like this. Man, I almost bought it so many times. I was like, man, I can't do it. Can't do it. I was actually a responsible adult and didn't buy it. But I never even thought to check the blade steel. I just assumed it was Van X. All their knives are Van X. It's the first time, as far as I'm aware, they haven't used Van X. 19 degrees and 2.5 feet of snow. Holy shit. Where are you at in Alaska? What part? Which one do you have, Dean? Which Terrain 365 do you have? The Invictus, the P38, or when they got a new one? They got a slip joint, and then they got the Invictus ATB, which I have here. It's not mine. Actually, it's about to be shipped back to its owner. And then they got the Invictus AT, which is the 3-inch. That's one I really want to get because of how good the 3.5-inch and how good this little P38 is. The only thing about this thing, it's kind of small, but it's thick, chunky, very good in the hand. It's just shorter than I like. But the Invictus ATB, I love. It's just too long. AT is going to be knife perfection for me. I know it's going to be. Man, Sean, I've had to have my air conditioner on all this week, man. Not to rub it in or anything. It's been like over 80 degrees here. It's been pretty hot, actually, for this time of year in North Carolina. The Invictus Full Titanium, nice, Dean. The action's freaking amazing, isn't it? It's better than any knife that I've ever felt. The only knives that compare to their knives are Reate-made knives. They're better than Bestech. They're better than QSP by far. They're almost on a level. They're all their own, man. Fairbanks. Okay. I'm in Mooresville, North Carolina. It's about 25 miles north of Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, let's go over here and check out Blade Ops, see what they got that's new. By the way, I've got a couple knives here from Blade Ops. I'll go and show them to you real quick. You may have saw them here on the last stream, but I'll still go and show them. So I have Joker theme Kalashnikov, the 3-inch version. I had to get it. And I don't even know what the blade length is. The little stubby 5th pocket knife here. Had to get it. And then I got to send this one back to them. They sent me this one just to check out. This is the Giant Mouse Ace Clyde. Love this knife. Amazing knife. If you like that glassy smooth washer action, thin, lightweight, amazing knife, man. Amazing knife. All right. What do they got new at Blade Ops? ProTech Custom. Yeah, that's out of my price range, but I do want to look at it. Oh, look at that blade, man. Look at that blade. Beautiful. That's an auto, a locking auto. Man, some of those Boker knives, I guess these are the ones made in Germany, maybe, that are $400. That's the same fat carbon on the knife I won. I won this knife on Instagram. This Sacra, this prototype. There were only 2 of them. This fat carbon. I was lucky enough to win one. It looks like the same fat carbon on that knife. Where's that one made at? $400. And it doesn't say. It must be in their German factory, would be my guess. I could be wrong though. I usually am. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the NASCAR, I'm surrounded by NASCAR, Double D. It's everywhere. Everybody I know pretty much works for NASCAR one way or another. Not for NASCAR, but they're either in a machine shop or doing something related to making parts for race cars. Got some new Bokers, it looks like. What is this? Oh, never mind. Only $45 though. In aluminum. It looks like it's like an 1.5 inch blade, I bet. Oh, what's that blade length? 1.85. Yeah, that's a hard no. I'm not very happy with Microtech right now. Who in here saw my video from Microtech today? It came out today. Actually, I recorded that video a couple days ago. I'm not very happy with Microtech at the moment. Yeah, I saw that Malibu and I saw that price also, $480. Yeah, it's beautiful. Is that aluminum or is that actually brass? It's actually bronze. Oh, no, it's aluminum. Bronzed aluminum. Yeah, I'm not very happy with Microtech right now, man. I sent them a knife. It's basically a brand new knife. Well, it's a couple years old, but it's just been sitting in a box, never used or carried. Pull it out and start playing with it, and it locks up on me. Spring felt like a spring broke. Send it off to them, wait 3 weeks, over 3 weeks. I send it back. I opened it up. I click it out. I think on the third click, it locked up again. And on the paperwork they sent me, it said they cleaned it and oiled it. I'm like, well, dude, what do you mean you cleaned it and oiled it? Clean and oil it doesn't fix whatever's wrong with it. And there was a note in there that pissed me off even more. They're talking about you got to do that because it could have pocket lint in it and stuff like that. I'm like, man, you don't know anything about this knife. Obviously, you didn't take it apart, because if you'd have taken it apart, you'd have saw there was no pocket lint in it because it's just been sitting in a box. It's just been literally sitting in a box for a couple years. So, yeah, pissed me off, man. Pissed me off. I've sent them a message because I'm not paying to ship it back to them. They can send me a shipping label this time. I paid to ship it to them to fix it once, and they royally screwed that up. So, all right, let me go do something real quick. All right. Some of these Bokers, man, are so expensive. Have a good night, David. Yeah, we're having thunderstorms here right now, Sean. And it's like 9:30 at night, and it's still almost 80 degrees outside right now. But this is not normal weather here. It's really warm. A lot warmer than it should be. It should be in the 50s right now, 60s this time of year. Yeah, let's get past it. Anybody know anything about Tecto? I'm not familiar with that company at all. I know absolutely nothing about them. Yeah, let's get past Microtech. I don't want to even see a knife made by them at the moment. SOS knives. Looks small. What's the blade length on that? Oh, 3 inch, perfect size. I like the shape of the handle on that one. What kind of blade steel is it? Oh, it's D2. Oh, shit. For $100? No, thank you. Have a good night, Bang Bang. So how is it, guys, help me out. Is it blurry when I'm sharing my screen also? Like I'm doing right now? Or is it only blurry when I go to the camera? Is it clear right now while I'm sharing the screen? Dean, the Drift compared to the 9 are very different knives, man. Very, very different. The Drift is almost half the thickness of the 9. It's much lighter weight in the 9. It's one of those things where it's hard for me to even say one's better than the other because they're so different and have such different purposes, right? I think this is so much lighter weight. The Drift is a lot lighter weight. This one's on washers also. Van Super Clean LC200N lock bar insert, marine grade stainless hardware, and titanium, right? This is more of your fancy knife, right? I don't think this one's 20CV is a great steel, don't get me wrong, but it's thicker, it's heavier, it's bigger, thicker blade stock. This is only 90 thousandths. I think this is 110 thousandths. Both are amazing knives, don't get me wrong, but just made very differently. This is made more to impress, right? This is man, you can't even see it. It looks so bad. This is made more to be a fancy knife. This is made more to be use it wherever you want and don't even worry about it knife. While at the same time, weighing next to nothing, having amazing ergonomics. Just an amazing knife. Amazing knife. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking bad about the 9. I like the 9 a lot, but it's a very different look from Quiet Carry. I think they're entering that fancy $300 to $400 knife game. You know what I mean? Before their $300 nice knives weren't as fancy as they were just meant. They were practical with the best materials you could possibly get a knife made in. CRKT. That's a little guy. I thought about getting one of these, not the trainer though, the real one. I probably should get the trainer first though, so I don't cut myself and have to get stitches. Looks like it'd be fun to play with. Ooh. Small Sebenza in stock. With the black micarta inlays. Very nice. In case anybody's interested. Those aren't always around. Surprised that's in stock, honestly. Very surprised that's in stock. Those normally sell out almost instantly. And they got Sezzle. Magna Cut. Yeah. Hey, Brian. Yeah, it's a great knife. It's a great knife, Brian. It's a very different kind of knife from Quiet Carry, right? But the ergos and the action on it are amazing. The fit and finish is amazing. Get some throwing knives. Get 3 of them for $35, Get some tactical karambit action, or you can get a little knife with a bottle opener so you can open your beer. Go skip right on. Oh, now this looks interesting to me. I've never owned a Baron Sun knife. I've heard most of them weren't very good, but a part of me wants to check out their axis lock. A little piece of me wants to see how it is. Kind of reminds me of the an Axis Lock Devo Stout a little bit, right? Anybody else seeing that? The handle anyway? Man, Hogo TF's $300. Those are made in the USA though. I bet they give you better customer service than Microtech does. All right, there it is. There's one. There's the one I got. Love this thing, man. Love this thing. Here's the big one. Have a great night, Brian. For the money, these Kalashnikovs are amazing knives for the money. Put a link to the big one. A review will be coming soon for both of them. And they are both very good. For $50, man, I mean, it's hard to even understand how they do it for that price. Of course, I know it's being made in China, but still. Hard to even see how they do it for that amount of money. And it's the Joker theme, right? Purple and green. There's a little one. Tecto, more of this Tecto company. Never heard of them. That's the Ace Clyde I have here from them. Such an amazing action washer action knife. So glassy smooth. And micarta is so nice on it. It is so nice. Some of the best micarta. Yeah, it's so nice. With the brass accents, backspacer. Love this thing. Most people aren't crazy about trailing points, and I'm generally not either, but this one, it doesn't come up too much. But when you look at this handle and you see this angle right here, this thing just fits in your palm like a glove, the way they've done it. It feels so good in your hand. Then your index finger locks in right there across the lock bar. It feels amazing in hand. And really nice washer action. This isn't going to drop shut, but it's not intended to drop shut. Your pivot's not going to get filthy and dirty and get gunk in it. 20 CV. Of course, you can't even see that, can you? Because it will not focus. All right, camera 2 is a fail. Definitely got to get another one now. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that knife, the Ace Clyde. And I think for 20 CV and the materials you're getting for $175 is very fair. Of course, I love washer knives. I love the feeling of washers over most. I mean, I like things that drop shut, don't get me wrong, but something about the feeling of a washer knife that, I don't know, that glassy, smooth feeling. You don't get it with bearings. Oops. Timeout. Sorry about that. That was a friend. You guys know, you may not know Craig, but you've heard Craig's name a million times. Thought he's called me to tell me I was doing something wrong on the stream and just, like, you know, showed my porn history or something. But no, he just didn't realize I was streaming. You like the Megatherium? Yeah, I have a mini Therium here. It's great. The Megatherium for me is way too big. Best ergonomics for me, Sean, this is probably some of the best ergonomics I've ever felt. The Urban EDC F5.5. But of course, if you like the Megatherium, this may seem small to you because the Megatherium's really large. But for a medium-sized hand, this knife is absolutely amazing in hand. Love it. So good. Also amazing action. I'm so disappointed, man. This camera sucks so bad. I spent a lot of money on this thing, so it may not be the camera. It may be me. Keep that in mind. Is this the new Ace, the new giant mouse people are talking about? That's so good. I don't even know how you say that one. Ace Atelier, I guess. Atelier LMAX 215. What's that blade length? Just under 3. I can deal with that. Smaller one from them for sure. That's going to be closer to the size of the one I just showed you. The F5.5. Sean, there's going to be 2 of them in my next knife sale. And not this coming Friday, not tomorrow, 2 weeks from tomorrow, my next knife sale. There will be 2 of them in it, actually. I've got them both sitting right here. There will be a brown micarta version. Amazing action. And then there will be, where's the other one at? There it is. The Urban EDC Supply exclusive. Titanium with Sika milling. Both of them. Every one of these I've had in hand. They're all just amazing. Amazing action. But they're done by, Riyat, so makes sense. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that giant mouse there. Anybody get one of these yet? And if you got it, do you actually carry it? Because you have to carry it in a sheath. I mean, if I was a bouncer maybe, or in some kind of law enforcement, maybe I'd carry one of these. It'll be priced very fairly, Sean, so keep that in mind. I think they were $300 from Urban EDC, new. It'll be less than that in the knife sale, and it's in new condition, so includes the box and everything. Another Chris Reeves knives. A large Sebenza in stock. What's going on here? Do people not realize Blade Ops carries them? Everywhere else they drop, White Mountain knives are everywhere. They sell out instantly. That's the big boy there. In case anybody's interested. I'll post it in there. This has got to be the worst music ever created. I'm switching it up. I can't take it anymore. It's driving me crazy listening to it. I can only imagine what it's doing to you guys. I can't take it anymore. It's horrible. Let's try this one. Screw Microtechs. Don't want anything to do with Microtech at the moment. The only Microtech I want to check out is one of their new ones with their Axis lock or whatever they call it. The manuals, not like the auto stitch, the manual stitch and the manual MSI, I think it's called. What they charge for knives, so their warranty service should be a shitload better than it is. Alright. Let's go over to GP Knives, see what they got new. Oh, is that the new giant mouse people are talking about? The Ace Tribeca. I like the look of that. I like that micarta. I can already tell you from looking at that that's contoured and very nice micarta. Blade length just under 3 inches. Got a flipper and a hole. Looks pretty thin. What's the weight? Kind of heavy for its blade length, honestly. Must have steel liners. From 90s porn to 2000s freely music. I can change that up again. Let's see what else. There's other options. This playlist on StreamYards is called Daydreaming. Let's try Daydreaming and zone out. Chris Reeves must have just dropped a whole bunch of knives on a bunch of websites. Because here's some more Sebenzas in stock. These are the more fancy Sebenzas, though, with the Elder inlays. If I'm not mistaken, that Elder, he gets it from South Africa and inlays it in his knives. They got a bunch of them. Just dropped them today. Probably gone by the end of the week. By the end of the weekend, I'd say. Piranha Rated X, huh? Rated X, double edge mirror, 154 cm, double action. You like this one, Mike? You should have suggested this a long time ago, because I'm liking this best so far too. A lot of the same knives that Blade Ops had, the case knives and stuff. Of course, they got different Sebenzas. Ooh. What do we have here? Is that a flipper only? I could probably reverse flick that. I like the look of that pocket clip too, and I love that Arctic Storm fat carbon. What's the blade length? 3 1/4. Perfect. What's the weight? Under 4 ounces. I like the look of that one. Of course, I kind of like it with this White Storm also, with the coated blade. I thought about buying one of these, to be completely honest. 14C, $58. Seems like a fairly good deal to me. Looks like it's going to be a great reverse flicker. I'm just concerned about the ergos with that handle. Those two little points right here and right here, are they going to stab you in your palm when you really grip it? Sean, be here for the sale, man. You can buy that titanium when you get a good deal. Probably be somewhere right around $250. By the way, channel members get the sale will go live on that Friday to channel members at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then it goes live to everyone else on YouTube 24 hours later, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So channel members get that 24-hour early access to all knife sales. And there's some fire in this knife sale, man. Just some amazing knives. Amazing knives. Some of the best. This is probably the best sale ever. I'll go ahead and show you a few if you want to see them. Of course, it's not going to look that good on this camera, but we'll do it anyway. TRM Shadow. Amazing knife. 15V Manix 2. Man, that's why I put the AWT scales on it. I have a hard time grabbing these with my smaller hand. You saw the two Maximet Para 3 with a titanium backspacer and a Lynch clip. A Yo Jumbo, a beast of a knife. Brian Brown Jaeger M. EMP EDC Nimble T. A Chavez Sangre 229. A Pena large swayback. The M390 Penguin. A Microtech SOCOM Bravo. I hate Microtech at the moment, but you won't have the problem I'm having with this knife. This is not an OTI. A Renegade Provision Co. God of Mischief. Nope. Tuya Big Belly. These are just some I have on the desk at the moment. American Blade Works Model 1. Made in the USA goodness. Best Tech Exploit. It's just, the premium 80-20.5, the titanium version with the 3V. Linerless. That's just what I have within reach at the moment. There's a couple boxes behind me of a bunch of other stuff. So, Dean, you're gonna love the GOM. The GOM is absolutely amazing. It's out of my price range, or I'd buy it myself, but it is amazing. One of the best front flippers ever, man. It really is. The jimping is not the sharp kind, but they did take it up over the top, and the leverage point is so good. And then you've got the hold deployment also, which is just as good for the reverse flick or the thumb flick. And that blade shape, it's just menacing looking, right? You're gonna love it. You'll love that knife. Oh, here's another one. A Viper Storm Hinderer design. M390. Very cool knife. Titanium and with G10 overlays over the titanium. Interesting looking knife too. Titanium backspacer with a lanyard hole. Double D, I'll post you a link to that thing. I've got one here right now with that Denim Micarta, dude. You'll love that thing. It's amazing. If you like washer action, you will love that Ace Clyde. It is really, really, really good. This fills, and the micarta that's on it, some of the best filling micarta you're gonna fill. I'll show it to you again. Post you the link here again. Let me switch this back so you can actually see it. There's the link to that Ace Clyde. Oh, I switched you. I was already on. Here it is. Great detent. I mean, just a good looking knife, man. It just looks fancy, feels fancy. Nice micarta. I don't generally like trailing points. I really don't like them, but on this knife, it's not that bad. And with the shape of this handle, it just works, man. It just fits. And the way this handle is right here, this angle in your hand, it just feels amazing in hand. I really wish they could have figured out a way to do double thumb studs, but honestly, the way the lock bar is and the access to the lock bar, there's no way they could do it. The access to the lock bar, you can't ask for any more than that, right? I mean, get all the access you could possibly want. Yeah, for a washer knife, action is excellent. Excellent. Kickstarter for the Kunwu Chad ends Saturday. Let me go look at that. I'm not even familiar with that one. Kunwu Chad Kickstarter. I don't even know what that looks like. Oh, it's a big knife. That's a big one. the blade length on that one? I like the look of it. It looks a lot like the Pulsar, only kind of a sheep's footy Wharncliffe blade. Where does it show the specs at? Oh, ASSAB PM60 Super Clean. They trying to be like Van X, or what are they doing? I don't know that still at all. Where are the specs at? Where's the blade length? No, that's about the still. Hope they put better springs in it than they put in the Pulsar. There we go. Overall length 8, please. Blade length, cutting edge. Hold on, I'm confused. 3.3 inches, I guess. This makes no sense. Are you guys seeing this? Hold on. Overall length 8.07 inches. Close. Blade width is 1.05 inches. Where's the blade length at? Close length 4.56. So I guess we can do the math and say it's just a hair over 3 inches. It must be 3.3 inches would be my guess. It's not bad. What's the price to get them? One piece Chad. Hold on, we gotta change this to American dollars because I ain't paying 1,300 of anything. How do I change the currency? I don't know. Is that the Hong Kong dollars? I don't know what HK stands for. Let's go. $175. 175 US dollars. Maybe Van X sensor. I'm not sure. Never heard Van X called that before though, so. But if it's Van X for $175, that's a steal. I mean, let's get back down there. ASSIB. I know Van X has that pretty much the same amount of vanadium in it. Yeah, it's probably, I'm assuming it's very similar to Van X, but, and that may be what Van X is actually. Maybe exactly the same Van X, it's just a brand of it. I'm not sure. Seems like a good deal. I like the look of it too, but I don't know. Have a good night, Jasper. Thanks for dropping in. I'm going to be on here for about 15 more minutes, so I'm in the stream at 10. I was hoping my camera performance was going to be a little better tonight than it was. Which one did you get, Jasper? Which mini bug out? I got something interesting to show you. You probably look at this and think mini bug out, right? But you guys are familiar with Blade Chops on Instagram, who chops knives. This was actually a full-size, well, this wasn't. This is made after a full-sized bug out that had titanium scales on it that Blade Chops did for someone, right? He posted on Instagram. And then some Chinese company out there cloned his chopped bug out. This thing is fantastic. This is a clone of a chopped bug out. And it's probably the best clone I've ever seen. When I made those videos about a month or so back, maybe almost 6 weeks ago, asking about clones, I had some people send me some clones to check out. Here's a Spyderco Techno clone, kind of a clone, looks like one, but it says D2 on the blade, so it's not really trying to be a clone. This one's trying to be a clone, but it's trying to clone something that you can't buy. You'd have to buy a bug out, buy these scales on it, send it to Blade Chops, have Blade Chops chop it for you, and they actually clone Blade Chops bug out. That's pretty badass, actually. Here's a Schlitzbuey, that's what it's called. But again, it says D2 clearly on the blade. Kind of a clone, but not really a clone. I don't consider it a clone if you're not trying to do it exactly. Here's a large Sebenza. Again, this one actually, I don't think this one claims to be D2. But yeah, another clone. Yeah, this one's definitely trying to be a clone. No doubt about it. Even got the Idaho made on there. And here is a Shirogorov. I can't remember which Shirogorov it is. But again, this one says D2 clearly on the blade. And my camera sucks balls so bad you probably can't read it. But yeah, it's not a clone, really. I mean, it's very similar looking, but there's a lot different about it, right? But this one here, this little Benchmade bug out, I'm telling you, man, this thing's special. It's special. I should just make this knife just like this, take the bug out logo off of it. Whoever is cloning this knife or made this knife should take the bug out logo off of it, right? If you want to use S30V, use S30V. If you want to use something else, and make this knife and sell it. That's how good this little thing is. This thing's amazing. And it is a clone of a chopped bug out. You ever heard that before? Anybody have a G10 Pulsar for sale? That's a no here. Sean, I think clones are very bad for the community. I really do. And again, when I see something like this, right, this Techno, but they're clearly labeling it. If I can get it to show up, they're clearly labeling it D2, right? I don't think this is as bad as this, right? This is terrible for the community. People that are really good with Chris Reeves knives can probably look at this and pick it out as a clone instantly, right? But someone that doesn't know, like myself, I would be sending pictures to people and asking questions before I bought a Sebenza, because I've looked at pictures online. Man, be clear, camera, be clear. I've looked at pictures online, man, and this thing looks legit as hell. It really does. And there's nothing about this that tells me it's a replica, right? This is a clone. This is a replica. They're not pretending to be the real thing and asking the real kind of money for it. This is something somebody could sell in the secondary and pretend to be the real thing to someone that doesn't know better, and they'll buy it, and a year down the road they go to sell it and they're like, dude, that's a clone. I think clones are terrible, personally. But if you're being honest about your replica, I'm not gonna hate on you too much for that, right? Is that the Dean? Is this the F95? Is that what this one's called? Because I got another one of these here, similar to this at the moment. I think it's the same. Yeah, check that out. This one was sent for me to practice acid watching on my friend Julio. He was going to cut a hole out in the blade, but never did it. Again, it says D2 clearly on the blade, just like this one does. Different kind of pivot, though. I think this is more close to the actual pivot, right? Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, though. Is that actually... I haven't done anything with this knife yet. Yeah, it's either aluminum or titanium. But I'm going to practice acid washing and acid etching, then acid washing this blade and a couple other blades he sent me to play with. So, yeah, I think clones suck balls personally. But if you're being honest about your replica, this is a replica to me, right? It says D2. The Shiro doesn't use D2. So you know when you buy this knife, it's not a real Shiro, right? Let's see. I personally think that support should go to the original manufacturers, but I also know that the OG prices are very pricey. So Wish.com clones can work nicely. Yeah, they can. They can work nicely. I won't buy any of them. I won't buy any of them. Although I'll be completely honest with you, there have been a couple occasions I've just thought about buying one of those. They don't advertise themselves as bug outs on Amazon. They're like $25, but they look just like a freaking bug out. And in the pictures on Amazon, they don't show the butterfly on the blade, right? I'm curious if I buy one, if when it gets here, it's going to have a butterfly on the blade. I don't know, but I would also like to see how they feel. Yeah, Jasper, why buy a clone for a beater blade when you can buy something that costs the same amount of money as the clone? That's just as good. That's not a clone, right? That's the way I look at it. I can go buy Ganzo for $25 and beat the shit out of it and not worry the least little bit about it, right? I'm not hating anybody who buys clones. I don't know. It makes me feel dirty to buy a clone. Now, again, there's a difference between a clone and a replica, though. You know? I've never tried a Spyderco clone other than these here, right? And these two that I have here, they're both titanium frame locks. So how well can someone clone a compression lock? I don't know. I can tell you right now, the action on this slick buoy is amazing. This one's amazing. The filling in hand's amazing. They did a fantastic job on this knife. It's D2, but my goodness, is this a good knife? And is it made well? It is made extremely well. The Techno, I don't feel as strongly about it. It's good, but I don't know. I've never held either one of these original knives, though. Keep that in mind. I've never had either one of these in my hand, an actual Spyderco, so I don't have anything to compare them to. But I can tell you this thing right here is fantastic. It's fantastic. This one's not nearly as smooth as that one, but you know, maybe the original Techno isn't as smooth either. I don't know. But this little freaking chopped bug out, I'm in love with this thing, dude. I love this knife so much. I love it so much. I love it so much that I want to buy a bug out, get these scales, and send it to Blade Chops and have him make me a real one. So you search Blade Chops Instagram and go back far enough, you'll see where he chopped bug outs. It's been a while back, not a long time ago. Somebody in China out there, it was so popular. His chop of the bug out was so popular that they cloned his chop. I think he told Craig, this is Craig's, by the way. I think he told him that he was flattered by it, right? That Craig bought it because he's like, dude, that's Blade Chops chop. He's like, and Craig is real good friends with David, Blade Chops, the guy that does the chops. And he saw this somewhere and he's like, dude, I got to pick it up. I got to show it to David. And he got it and showed it to David. David was, you're thinking David's going to be pissed off about it, but David wasn't pissed off. He's like, I'm kind of flattered, man. He's like, kind of flattered that they would, they like it so much that they cloned a chopped real knife. It's kind of weird. Kind of the weirdest clone there is, right? Is it a clone at that point? You know? Well, when you put that butterfly logo on there, yeah, it's a clone. I'm exactly with you. Exactly. 100%. Yeah, the PM2, man. PM2 is amazing. It's a great knife. It really is a great knife. You will not be disappointed. I mean, you will not be disappointed in the PM2. This one's got titanium scales on it, but you can get fat carbon scales. You can just use the G10 scales that come on it. If you like bigger knives, though, if you have a medium-sized hand or smaller, go with the Para 3. If you're a large, extra large, get you a PM2, man. You'll love it. It's an amazing knife. It really is amazing. I love compression locks. I go back and forth between compression and axis locks. Which one's my favorite? And I'm curious why more companies aren't. Everyone's doing axis locks now, right? Vosti, Real Steel, everybody's doing freaking axis locks now. Why is nobody doing compression locks? That patent has to have ran out by now. It's basically just a left-handed liner lock that's at the top of the handle instead of the bottom of the handle. So is it even patented anymore? Or was it ever patented? I don't know. But for some reason, no one out there is doing compression locks. I know Spyderco will sue the shit out of you, put a hole in your blade. Can they sue you for doing a liner lock? I don't think they can. Could be wrong. But yeah, I would love to see some other companies, and I don't think they would be stealing anything from Spyderco or cheating Spyderco in any way. I think I would love to see other companies do compression locks. I wouldn't be mad at them in the least little bit. You know, put some competition out there, right? For the compression lock. Have a good night, Professor Critters. I'm right behind you, man. Sean, do you have a Para 3 yet? Or what glove size do you wear? Because I definitely prefer the Para 3 for my hand size. It's the perfect fit for me. Ergonomically, it's perfection. It really is. This is knife ergonomic perfection right here. The only knife that's as good as this is this. The F5.5 is right there with it. I've been thinking about doing a versus video between these two knives because of how similar they feel in hand. I just mean the grip. The grip. It's so comfortable. Both of them are just, yeah, perfection. I can't tell you one is better than the other, actually. I can tell you I prefer the compression lock over the liner lock, though. But action-wise, man, both are really good. Yeah, I don't know. Ergonomically, for a medium-sized hand, best two knives I've ever felt right there. Gets no better. Well, maybe it gets better and I haven't found it yet, but nice. Does she actually carry it, Sean? I've given my daughters a couple knives, and I don't know what the hell happened to them. I think boyfriends ended up with them. I don't ever see them anymore, though. I stopped giving them to them, though. Hey, Greg, how you doing, man? Just playing around here tonight, and got a new camera, and this one seems like it's worse than the other camera I had. And I guess I'm gonna go back to the phone because the phone's pretty damn clear. But I can't share my screen on the phone. The only way I can do that is to buy a MacBook. Then I can use my phone as a webcam with a MacBook. MacBooks are so damn expensive, though. He only made one of them? I didn't know that. I figured it's popular. So from one knife, they cloned it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Have a good night, Mike. Guys, it's 10 o'clock. Time to drop this. One of one. You got a special knife. I wonder how many of the clones sold, though. That's the question. How many clones actually sold? I've never seen another one of these. This is the only one I've ever seen. I've actually gone online. Look, I like this so much. This isn't mine. I got to send it back to its owner. I want one. So I've looked for one. I can't find one of these. I can't find one for sale anywhere. Wish, AliExpress, eBay, nowhere. You can't find them. So it's a rare thing. All right, guys. Thank you all for stopping by. Next time, the video quality will be better, I promise. This one's not the one. This one's getting returned to Amazon because this is not anywhere remotely close to 720p. So, yeah, that's what you get when you buy Chinese, right? Yeah, unfortunately. Have a good night, everyone.